So what I want to talk about today is basically a new paradigm in how to approach getting in shape. For years upon years, what most people have done is just try to get in shape, lasted 1 to 2 to 3 months max, fell off the wagon, back to square one before you know it. And this cycle happens time and time and time again, with millions of people each year repeating this. And maybe they'll try a different diet next time, maybe they'll try a different exercise plan, or they'll have another idea up their sleeve. But whatever seems to happen time and time again, they're back to square one. Now, I've seen this a lot over the last 10 years. You know, we work with people trying to get in shape for 10 years now, almost 11. You see this pattern, and to be honest, as a trainer, it just pisses me off. You know, you put in that work, they put in that work, then they finish training with you, 2 months later, crash bang, they've added, half a stone, 6 months later, back to square one. This cycle, this sort of, pattern of getting some results and then going back to square one is just basically how weight loss industry works. You look at the studies, you look at the success rate after 1, 3 and 5 years, and they're absolutely pathetic. So what are we going to do about it is the real question. And this is what I'm leading up, is a new change, a new paradigm of how to get in shape. And what does it start with? It doesn't start with the gym, it doesn't start with the food, but it starts right up here in your mind. Because this is what happens. If you want to get results long term, what have you got to do? You've got to stick to whatever behaviours will get you the results. So it's all very well giving up bread for a month and losing a couple of pounds, but if you go straight back to that next month, back to the way you're eating, guess what happens to your body? You're exactly back to square one. It's exactly the same with exercise. Hey, it's good to get in for a 2-month summer routine, but then at the end of the summer, if I stop training, guess what happens to my body? It goes back to square one. And whether you stick to your plan, whether you stick to your foods, whether you cut out this food or that food, it's nothing to do with the plan itself. The plan may tell you to do that, but whether you actually do it, it's all up here in your mind. And when you look at long-term results, so let's talk about 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it's 100% in the mind, because you're not going to be able to battle your way through a 1 year routine. You've got to create the mindset that allows you to stick to that in a way that's not, a complete chore, which isn't draining emotionally and mentally just to follow something that should be enjoyable. So to do this, we've got to get the mindset in place. And to get the mindset in place, we've got 2 options. Either one, you've already got the mindset, which will pretty much mean you're already in the shape you should be, or number 2, you need to develop the mindset. And with this in case, what do most people do when they're trying to get results? They don't do anything along those lines. What most people do is they start a new diet, they start a new exercise plan, or they start researching a new diet, a new craze, they join a Zumba class, whatever it could be. That's not going to get the results. If I want results, what I should be doing day one is looking into my mind. But I truly understand why people don't do this, because nobody until now has given you the tools, the skills, or even anything to work with to get those results. All I see with other trainers is saying about mindset, mindset this, mindset that, mindset this. Yet all they do is just some form of telling you to try harder. Trying harder is not what it's about. We've got to try intelligently harder. So yes, we want to put in some effort, but not on smashing it up in the gym, not on cutting out this food. Forget that. We need to put the effort in on changing our mindset, learning techniques to control our behavior patterns, to control our stress levels. These can all be taught to you, they can all be easily learnt, and when you've got these skills, you can then control your mindset, control your motivation. And when that's in place, then you can start worrying about your diet, then you can start worrying about your exercise plan, because you'll be confident in the knowledge that you're going to be able to stick to it 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years down the line and so forth, which will then bring the results that you desire. So this is the new paradigm. We started with the mind, we'll worry about the nutrition and exercise later. And I'm going to give you the tools and help you out and show you the way forwards for doing this. And once we've got that in place, then you'll be able to really enjoy the results that you've been working so hard to achieve.